Greetings and salutations, friends. We are the food scientists. We are at the onset of a new chapter.
Episode 101,
Yes.
Out with the old.
In with the new. The high culture, the fine arts.
No more black background. We have art by a
It's
artist.
beautiful, is it not? I want to savor that just for a moment, because we are going to be discussing not just art, but also things like the opera.
Culture.
Yes,
culture.
A rousing discussion of the ballet.
Wait, arousing. Oh, a rousing.
A rousing. Yes.
Discussion.
Yes.
Perhaps a rousing discussion.
Perhaps it shall titillate the mind.
It depends on what is presented to us.
Yes. So no longer shall we lounge in the banality of foodstuffs and snacking.
Oh
no, there are far better ways for us to spend our time. Oh, Daniel.
Yes.
I see something.
I have found something
in the corner of my eye.
Yes.
Oh, do tell.
I was in the most unusual place.
Oh, yes.
And I saw these most unusual small people in a tree.
Oh.
Elves, they say.
Oh, I've heard of those.
These elves were creating biscuits.
Oh.
And not just biscuits. These biscuits had something in common with us.
How so?
They were enrobed.
The devil, you say?
Enrobed.
Oh.
Enrobed in fudge.
Oh, well, okay. Perhaps one final time we can delve into the realm of foods, just to segue into our new...
You don't see elves everywhere.
No. Goodness.
But under this one tree, there were elves with enrobed biscuits.
Well, I believe that an enrobed biscuit is worthy of our new chapter of the Food Scientist.
My enrobed biscuit, if I may call you that.
You may. Oh,
I would like to present you with...
I would be mad if you did not.
With a different enrobed biscuit.
Cookie!
Oh my goodness.
Wow. No, let's go back to what we were doing.
Yeah,
No high art.
I'm hot.
No. Hi, everyone. Oh, these are so good.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Welcome.
Oh.
Welcome to... Oh, we need the minute. We need the minute with a pause.
Oh, we do. Wait. No. Well, I don't know. We have no host.
Welcome to the Food Scientist Podcast.
Oh, someone got chocolate all over my face.
Yeah, I'm Danny.
I'm Bryan.
And we're here without our host, Amy, and we're going to do the podcast anyway.
We are. We're just going to see what happens when we don't have anyone to, realm us in.
Organize. If you've ever wondered what value does host Amy add, today you'll find out.
This is the first time my hands have gotten all messy.
Right.
Today.
I made the mistake of handing Bryan a package of peanut butter dreams, which, if you saw last week's episode on YouTube or listened, Bryan was quite fond of these cookies.
They're so good. They are so good.
And Bryan had never found them before.
No. I look, Target, Walmart, they don't have them.
They are a very hard to find cookie, but well worth the effort.
Yes. Oh my goodness. It's like a Samoa or Caramel Delight and I gotta get my face cleaned up here a little bit. And a Tagalong or peanut butter patty had a baby.
Yeah.
Love them so much. So we are calling this unofficially episode 101.
This is episode 101.
We think we're going to use it. We don't know. It might just be a YouTube thing, though. So it might be a lost episode. We'll see.
So I think that was your number one food experience this week.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any others?
I didn't even really think about it, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we were just breaking format completely, so...
Well, I have news.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, you do? Wait, is this what you shared?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There's big news. There's big news.
Okay, should I do little news first and tease?
These are the Keebler dreams.
Yeah, peanut butter dreams.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the little news first. There is a new blizzard of the month. because
Is there?
Well, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
We've rolled into November,
Mm-hmm.
and it's Snickerdoodle cookie dough is our blizzard of the month.
Wait, Caroline's here. Carol, you missed how Danny smushed cookies in my face, and that's
it was
why
like
I'm all
a wedding.
messy. You know. Oh, thank you.
And
there's
so,
clean laundry around here.
Yeah, and so yes, there is a new blizzard of the month. It is the Snickerdoodle cookie dough, which I really liked. I
liked it more than I thought I would.
And this is my favorite one to mess with. This is the one that I added the cheesecake bits and redeemed cheesecake bits in blizzards for me because I made the cinnamon bun blizzard.
Yes, that's right.
Out of it with cream cheese frosting.
Hex, did I get it all? I'm on the big screen at her house. So.
Yeah. For our audio listeners, we had a Cookie Monster incident, and there's just cookies everywhere, mostly on Brian's face.
Yeah, and on the floor, and on my. I would stand up and show you on my robe. I'm not wearing pants, so.
No, he is not.
Wait! I saw Bobby here. Bobby, we're doing a little something too, so stay tuned.
Oh yeah, so we do have an experience.
Yeah,
we're
gonna. Yeah.
So let's get back to the news.
Yeah,
so
keep going. I'm gonna clean up the floor here a little bit around me. I'm fine. In the area.
So the other big piece of news this week is new Oreos were announced. And not just one new Oreo, but 2 new Oreos were announced, both coming out in January of 2020. So that's big news.
That is, yeah. What are the new Oreos?
So one of them is a marshmallow Oreo.
It was more than just marshmallow, though.
It is. They're calling it a marshmallow Oreo, but it's not like marshmallow like they had the Peeps Oreo.
Yeah, it's chocolate marshmallow.
It's chocolate marshmallow. Mm-hmm. It's the chocolate cookie, but the key is that in the cream and perhaps even in the cookie itself are little bits of marshmallow.
Oh, I mean that I can probably do without because that's probably going to be like in the s'more cereal, if you remember that. It's going to be the marshmallow, like hard.
Yeah, so it's marshmallow pieces in the cookie with a chocolate marshmallow flavor cream. So this is chocolate in chocolate with marshmallow cream and marshmallow bits in the cookie.
I'm going to say something surprising. The marshmallow might be what saves that for me because otherwise it would be just too much chocolate. Like not too much chocolate, but not enough variety for my palate. I'm still fancy. I'm saying words like palate.
Yeah, it is definitely like, I know you've never been a fan of the chocolate in a chocolate.
Yeah,
Oreo.
I mean, I like it, but there are better ones.
Right. And speaking of better ones, the other one coming in January. Now, both of these on the packaging, it says new. It does not say limited edition.
Okay. All right. Now, a lot of people say there are too many Oreos. I kind of agree with that. But listen up.
Caramel coconut Oreo. So it's going to be a caramel coconut flavor cream with coconut pieces in it. That is the Girl Scout cookie Oreo you've always wondered if they could make happen. They're making it happen.
All they got to do is throw some peanut butter in there.
In January. Now, the other thing that happened, I just realized I was a fool and I missed out on it. But on sale earlier today from the Kellogg's store, something went on sale.
Yes.
And then it sold out. Last year, I stayed up until 2 a.m. trying to get it and failed.
So last year, Danny was up until
2 a.m.
2 a.m. trying to get the Thanksgiving dinner Pringle set.
Yes, it's a this year they're calling it a Friendsgiving feast. And this year, the center of it was a turducken Pringle. I'm just going to let you think about that. That's you take a turkey, and inside the turkey is a duck. But inside the duck is a chicken.
You stuff a chicken.
And if it's done right, there's actually like stuffing in the chicken and sausage in between the layers.
Oh my gosh, Heather is right. You're naked right now without your robe.
You're
going to get kicked off YouTube.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
They also
really is like from downstairs. I can see like...
No, pants optional. The other one that they have with that, it came with a pumpkin pie Pringle.
They did have that one last year, didn't they?
Yeah, they do a whole meal. There's 3 flavors, but they didn't actually say what the third one is.
Ooh.
Oh well, it doesn't matter.
It's sold out.
It's
and
sold.
We can't get it anyway.
It sells out in 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
They don't share with us. We're not that big time of a podcast.
We're not. Although we got raisins, so I guess that's something.
That's true.
Yeah.
We did get raisins.
I did see something in stores today, though, and I didn't buy it, so there's plenty of time. I actually saw 2 things that we'll have to revisit here because it's the holiday season. They're coming out with all these things. They have sweet cinnamon Kit Kats.
Yep. Those are coming.
Are those new? Or
those are new. I've never seen that before. That's an American
I just saw them
Kit
today,
Kat.
and
I saw them yesterday. I sent you a picture last night.
Oh, I forgot to look. I'm sorry.
I actually have them in the studio.
Oh, okay.
If you wanted those right now, I could make that happen. But it
would be a good time without host Amy, who they would kill her with her cinnamon allergies.
Yeah, but I think the YouTube audience would rather see her die.
Okay, FMK. And then also eggnog cake rolls from my girl Deb.
Oh yeah, I bet those would be good soaked in booze.
They would be, yeah. Corey, you're talking about like the peanut butter cookies with the Hershey Kiss. Those are brilliant.
So, are you ready for a food experience, Brian?
Yeah, I am because okay. So last week we talked about some of the new White Claw 70, and the taste we thought was just kind of faint. Now I've been drinking these like I was Bobby White Claw all week, and I have found if you sip on these, the flavor comes out more. So I wanted to try these again tonight, but I also want to make a little cocktail and make my own little mimosa. So I have orange juice and the pineapple. Let's just see. Let's see if I can yell at the chat again this week when I drink too much.
Yeah, well, that happens.
Well, Cheryl had it coming. She was no.
So
kidding. Love you, Cheryl.
I also brought my own beverage. I should put the robe on and do the fancy bit.
You should
because
now that beverage, Danny.
I have my own.
There's like bricks in it.
This is an infused bourbon. I've made my own apple pie bourbon. So this is what it looks like when it's getting made. There's apple and cinnamon and nutmeg. I actually made 2 varieties. Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure. I found recipes with clove in it, and I sampled that one last night. And do you ever have oral surgery? Do you ever have your wisdom teeth removed?
I did. Mm-hmm.
Do you remember, like, if you got the dry socket, they put that clove paper in and it numbs your mouth?
I did not have dry sockets. I've heard that's painful.
So if you do, they have, like, this paper that they stuff in the dry socket that's like clove that numbs the pain. And apparently when you put that into your bourbon, it makes your bourbon numb your mouth. So I experienced that last night. So I'm going to try the one that is bourbon and apple and cinnamon and nutmeg. And I haven't sweetened it.
I'm gonna see how this goes. Episode 100, last week's episode was the White Claw 70. So let me try my little cocktail here. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. This is amazing.
If you think that's amazing.
Yeah, let's switch.
Let's switch. We'll see who gets drunk first.
Whoa. That like cleared my sinuses out there.
Yes, it did, my friend.
What, did you put like
that's
antifreeze in that?
That is bourbon and apple.
Whoa.
But it needs it could be sweetened. It's got a little apple cinnamon in there.
No, it doesn't need it.
You get the apple pie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's like burn. I hope that doesn't keep burning out as it goes through.
It might. But that's I mean, normally you would have this on the rocks or in a cocktail, but this is just straight out of the mason jar.
These are totally trailer park mimosas, and I have no
This
regrets.
is not trailer park. This is a house-infused bourbon. Yours are, yes.
Mine is.
I'm in my flamingo cup.
Although yours is I'm pretty sure you made that in the bathtub. That is strong moonshine right there.
That's good stuff. So, Brian.
Yes. So that was a very pointed so there.
I want to talk.
Yes, let us talk.
Do you remember the first buffet you ever went to?
Oh, you're putting me on the spot. Okay, I mean, it's not been my first rodeo for a long time.
No.
I am pretty sure that it was. Now, I grew up in a small town in Minnesota, so there weren't a lot of options. I'm pretty sure that mine was an old school Golden Corral, where it was more of like the steakhouse, but they had the salad bar, and like the biggest thing on there was like chocolate pudding, but also chicken wings, with an ice cream as well. So that was probably my first buffet.
Yeah, I seem to remember going to like a little steakhouse type of place like almost like a sizzler with the salad bar.
Christy wants us to get drunk, so we better.
But as far as like a true buffet, I think I really dug into the old Pizza Hut buffet. My high school years, that was like at least a once a week thing. We would go to the Pizza Hut buffet.
Okay.
I
missed out on those. There was a Pizza Hut in my neck of the woods.
We had a bunch of Pizza Huts, but only one had the buffet. What we would do if we were feeling particularly adventurous.
Why is Heather talking about meatloaf and Jello? What? Oh, the buffet that she. Okay.
Yeah. So the Pizza Hut buffet, like all buffets, you have to take a fresh plate each trip. I remember one time we asked the waitress to not take our old plates because we wanted to see if we could fill our whole table with plates because they had very small
and then
plates.
Played Jenga.
So it was a lot of just trips up there to be like, I wonder how many, like there was like 4 of us. Like how many plates of food did the 4 of us eat?
Now, when you say 4 of us, are you speaking of people like you or people like
mortals?
Yeah. Or like us, I should say. I'll be fair.
I don't know if the people who were there would be listening. I would say it was half and half.
Okay, all right.
I would say that of the 4, there were probably 2 like us. Like I certainly had an ally in the let's see how many plates we can get on the table, and I think I also had some funny looks.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the time I was at Waffle House and had ordered the 6-egg breakfast. And I did that because a friend had the previous night done that, and I was not going to be shown up.
Oh, no.
Where, like, one of us had the 3-egg breakfast, and then the other had the 6-egg breakfast, and it was a woman, and she was like, I can eat 6 eggs, and you're only eating 3, and so the next day, I was like, I got to prove myself, and I had the 6-egg breakfast. But I will say that when I had the 6-egg breakfast, across the table from me, I had a trauma surgeon.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, that she's actually.
You want to be like at a buffet with a surgeon like that and a defibrillator.
To give you an idea, like that,
like that's really safe. Then.
The doctor who's across the table now is a flight surgeon for NASA, and provides medical care to the astronauts on the International Space Station. So you go to her Facebook page. There's like astronauts like just getting back from 6 months on the space station, and she's there checking them out. But she provided me my like standby medical care when I had my 6-egg breakfast. So I feel like that was probably a bigger challenge than, some super fit astronaut.
I am trying to think of the first pizza buffet I went to. It was probably a Godfather's or a Pizza Hut one. And you recently have just experienced the Godfather's buffet, which the one near us, there aren't a lot around, and it could be better, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, for a pizza buffet, it's fine. There's actually a chef-driven pizza place here. If you Pig Ate My Pizza.
Oh yeah.
They are now doing a lunch buffet and a brunch buffet
because they have they have fancy pizza. That usually be like, eh.
They have on their brunch buffet, I believe their lunch buffet, unlimited pork nugs. And have you had their pork nugs?
I have not had their pork nugs.
So their pork nugs, they take like what would be the pork chop, slice it real thin, give it a light breading, and fry it. And then it basically is like, like the sauce from like a sesame chicken, kind of like that, but it's like a sheet of pork fried and like this sweet sauce. Amazing. And
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at what Bobby Whiteclaw said about going to Waffle House and I'm a grunt at a menu sometime. That's
at Waffle House. It is true. You can.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
No, you can grunt. Did you know that FEMA, like the emergency management people, they use Waffle House as their gauge of how bad a storm is, how bad a catastrophe is, because Waffle House stays open through anything. And they have alternate menus. Like they have the no electricity menu, the no gas menu. So FEMA knows if they arrive in a town and, Waffle House is open, like, okay, we're good. If Waffle House is on a limited menu, they're like, this is a place that's going to need help. If Waffle House is closed, they send everything. They're like, this is This is the big
Wow,
one.
that's
Like if Waffle House is right,
that's a
yeah,
big deal.
That's their like M&M in the bowl for like Van Halen. If Waffle House is closed, they're like freak out.
Yeah,
it's a big deal.
I thought it was Mariah Carey. Maybe it's both of them.
Well, Mariah Carey would freak out too.
Yeah, I've only been to Waffle House once.
What?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
You know what?
I didn't grunt. I wish I'd grunted, but
I just heard from. Remember intern Ben?
Yeah. Oh, we fired him.
We fired him. He's super salty about that.
Really?
Yeah, he just mentioned the other day, like, well, if you hadn't fired me as the intern,
he shouldn't have got salad when we took him to the buffet.
Right. So he just had Waffle House for the first time.
Oh, really?
In his life, and he didn't ask me first because I was like, okay, you're going to Waffle House. Few things you should know.
Well, I mean, how much prep do you need?
Here's what you need to know.
Listen up, Chad.
Yeah. If you go to Waffle House, it's called Waffle House, but the waffles are just okay. Go for the eggs. 3 egg breakfast, hash browns, smothered and covered sausage patties. You'll be a very happy camper. Smothered and covered, if you don't speak Waffle House, means sauteed onions and cheese on your hash browns. That's how you have to do it. And he's like, oh, yeah, I had a waffle and it was fine. But I'm like, well, yeah. That's why you got fired as an intern.
We thought of some questions to ask each other, and if you all have questions, please feel free to ask us too.
Heather Chessman has one.
She had one that I actually was going to ask you.
Okay.
Yeah. She said, "What is your favorite international meal, and in what country, including the U.S.?" I also would like to say or ask, what is the best country that you have found to get unique food from?
So when I was
Waffle House and IHOP, not the same.
Oh gosh, Waffle House and IHOP are not even in the same sport.
See, like IHOP is a budget restaurant, should we say?
Yeah. Waffle
House is a dive, but they own that.
Waffle House is your old friend who you can, like, it's 3 a.m. and
it's drunk with you.
You're drinking this for a while and you're like, God, I need to call somebody who's just going to be there and support me because
Waffle House.
I'm having feelings. Yeah. And Waffle
House is the White Claw mimosa of the restaurant.
Waffle House, like, you're like, I'm having feelings. It's like Waffle House is like, I got you, boo.
I'm open. Come at me. We're good.
So,
anyway, the question.
This is not really an international delicacy, but like as an international comfort food. When I was growing up, and even now, if there's a special occasion, it would be like a Japanese teppanyaki steakhouse.
Ooh,
where like Benihana or whatever. When I was a kid, like it's someone's birthday, that's where we would go.
Because the birthday person gets like almost free.
Doesn't even matter. There was a time in my life I went to it was like once a month. The chefs knew me, which was cool. Which meant like when they did the fried rice, like there's always some extra. When the chef knows you, you get all the extra. You don't have to worry. By the way, if you go to one of those, rookie move is pulling back your fried rice early because they're not getting the top off. Like leave it there until the end. I could do like a whole podcast on maximizing your teppanyaki experience. But actual international food.
While you think of that, I'm going to say I had the best chicken fried rice at the most unexpected place. Maybe not for you, but at karaoke.
Oh,
at the sushi bar.
Yeah.
Which, side note, they're getting rid of that whole menu and going to like burgers. So I hope you didn't like that much. But yeah, chicken fried rice, amazing at a karaoke bar.
I went to this. There was this place I used to love their pork fried rice. They give this big chunk of pork. And then someone was talking about how much MSG they use. So I went in for an experiment and I'm like, can I have my fried rice but without MSG? And then 1, instead of getting it in 30 seconds, it took 15 minutes. And 2, it tasted like butt.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh no. Because all MSG does is take things and make them taste too good. Like if you're ever at a restaurant, you're like, this is really good and I can't stop eating it. And I can't even place my finger on why. Like, I'm just happy eating this, even though I don't really, like, recognize a taste that I love. That's MSG, just, like, triggering your brain.
I think it's one of those things. I know what it is, too, but I couldn't, like, describe it at all.
You're just like,
No, Danny does not know what butt tastes like.
No, Bryan explained it to me one time, and I just extrapolated.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to move on there.
You did. There's an episode where you talked about that.
Well, I had to correct you because you were wrong.
Okay.
Side note, next time Amy can't make it, we have to have Heather be our host.
Oh yeah,
she She knows how we operate.
Otherwise, favorite
So
international meal.
tells.
Did I really even answer that?
I mean,
I
you,
suppose
you
sort of
did,
did, yeah.
yeah. I mean, you
suppose
did,
sort of did.
yeah. What country? If you had to pick one country to just buy snacks from, variety, quality, whatever.
You know what? Holland has amazing snacks.
Do they?
Yeah. When I go to Amsterdam,
It's not just because it's munchy time.
No.
Okay.
You know what?
All right.
The coffee shops in Amsterdam are really like just such a small part of the town,
Mm-hmm.
and mostly tourists. But they have like a really good bread culture. They're far enough where there's a lot of wheat, so there's a lot of like
Wheat.
good
You said right.
wheat.
Okay. Yeah.
Wheat, not weed. There is good weed.
Yeah, it's
but
Amsterdam.
There's wheat.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of like pastries that are really good. They love sweets. They love cookies. But you're close to Belgium, so you get the waffles and the chocolates too. Like, and it's a good international center, so you can get the snacks from all over the world. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, hey, do you think Amy's going to be watching this?
I think Amy was like going on a pub
No,
crawl
not like
something.
live, but like
Oh,
eventually.
is she like me?
I don't know, because whenever Danny is not part of an episode, is only happened twice, he will not watch.
It's not really my speed.
Even the one where we talked about you nonstop.
I don't even know that you did.
Yeah, you don't know. You don't know what we said or maybe didn't say it.
Why would I want to listen to people talk about me?
Maybe it's good things.
Maybe it was. I mean, I know me.
And you know us.
And I know you.
But yeah, Danny will not listen to the podcast. He will not do anything with YouTube.
So. I love all of you who listen to us and watch. I don't know how you do it.
No. The key is small doses.
Yeah,
we're better in
I remember that when we first started.
The feedback we got from our friends who didn't listen right away, then they binge. They're like, "Ooh."
They're like, "I love this," but like after a lot of it,
after 3 episodes, I hate you. So,
thank you for
being here. Yeah. Don't binge if you're catching up.
Other questions?
Yeah, I'm ready.
What is your favorite?
My favorite country
or food? McNeil.
Oh, well, I mean, I love Italian food. So, like, if I could get a good chicken parmesan,
okay.
Oh, I would be so happy with that. Anything with a lot of cheese, though.
Okay.
That's going to really do it. But I love a good lasagna.
I have a place to take you.
Ooh, okay.
With so much cheese.
Oh, you know what else we got to tell them? I'm going to experience the first time a meat raffle.
Yes, we're going to do that.
So Danny's going to take me to a meat raffle.
And the meat raffle is fun. I still have some meat left. I won so many hot dogs and brats because that's what was left at the meat raffle that I'm still eating them because I took them home in frozen packages.
I knew someone's going
to chat.
Mm-hmm.
A meat raffle. Minnesota has charitable gambling in bars.
Mm-hmm. As other places in the Midwest too.
Yeah, but mostly it's pull tabs, which are kind of like instant lotto tickets, but crappier, but more local support.
Yeah.
But what a meat raffle is a raffle where the prize is meat. And the way that it works is they have a wheel numbered 1 through 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's done in rounds. So the charity that's running the meat raffle will bring in like an entire table full of meats. It'll be roasts, it'll be steaks. I got one that was just brats, like sausages and hot dogs, chicken. There'll be like a bag of shrimp or scallops frozen, whole table, variety of meats. And so what you do is you pay usually $1 per number.
Mm-hmm.
So you go up and you're like, here's $3, and you get to pick 3 little pieces of paper.
Almost like a raffle.
Yeah. So you get to pick little pieces of paper that are folded up and have numbers on them that has the round number and your number. And then once all 30 have sold, they're like, we are now holding round number whatever. So your ticket has to have that round number. They spin the wheel and they're like, number 12, come get your meat. Like that. Come get your meat. And if you have the ticket with 12 on it, you bring it up and you get to pick any of the meats off the table. So I won at like the third to last round.
You went to the bar and picked up some free meat.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I bought my raffle tickets, but I won the meat. Like after like my sausages and hot dogs, it was like 5 pounds of beef jerky.
It is. It's frozen or frozen-ish, frozen. Sitting out for a few minutes, but
it is uncooked.
But yeah, Cheryl knows
it is uncooked. A lot of them will actually bring like. They have like a table, like almost a juice for like cleaning fish, and they'll fill that whole thing with ice so it stays on ice. The bars many times will put the meat in their freezer for you.
So I just remembered something that I'm going to bring up here in a second too.
But a lot of people who go will bring their own cooler too in anticipation.
Which you recently did when you went to the casino to pick up ground beef.
I got hamburgers and brats. Two. It was a lot.
From the casino.
They're like, you get 2 boxes of meat. Here.
We should try and live stream the meat raffle and just, I don't know, like the permission, but.
It goes on a long time because it's a lot of rounds. We could at least do one.
We could do at least 1 or 2 or something.
I mean, it's kind of anticlimactic because it's just, waiting for the tickets to sell. And then once the tickets sell, they're like, spin the wheel. And then somebody goes and gets their meat. If you go to StarTribune.com, the Minneapolis Star Tribune, they recently actually did a big feature story on meat raffles in Minnesota. And they do have some video if you want to see one. But we'll try to live stream the meat raffle.
That'd be fun. Yeah, we'll try and do more things like that. See if we can get banned from the meat raffle. Yeah. No, that is very good. That's dangerous too, I think.
It is, yeah.
Wait, I had more. Did you not have any more questions ready?
I could ask more questions.
Speaking of buffets though, now let's try and be delicate because I don't know if people are eating or anything, but have you ever eaten until you've done the Technicolor yawn?
No.
Okay.
I definitely have been like halfway through my buffet meal, like I'm feeling full, but I bet if I go poop, I could eat some more.
Oh, yes.
That I have done. But not like a purge, voluntary or involuntary. Have you?
No.
Have you come close?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. Like, I haven't done it, so I don't know. But that's kind of my thing with a buffet. You want to make sure that you're getting enough of your money's worth and that you're eating enough. So it's kind of like if you leave full, and it's okay to say after a buffet, you did it right. But also, your stomach takes a while to communicate with your brain that it is full. So if you kept eating, you might keep getting more and more full. And there have been car rides home where for many reasons it's been like, something's got to give here. Hope I make it home before anything happens. But it's, the way I see that is maybe not every time, but you kind of want that.
So that actually brings me to a question I did want to ask you.
Yeah. Yes, Danny, it is like The Price is Right, where you want to get enough without going over. Is that the question you were going to?
That is not the question I was going to ask. So you talked about getting your money's worth.
Oh, and I am drinking a Trailer Park mimosa here.
And I have made my own apple pie bourbon.
Pineapple White Claw,
drinking
orange
that
juice.
The one I'm actually coming from is from a bigger jar. So the question I want to ask you is this: I've been to a lot of buffets with you. And I know you want to get your buffet value, but you don't like seafood.
Right.
You don't like shellfish.
Which would be seafood.
And really, like, you steer clear of, like, the big beef roast. Like, if there's prime rib, that's not usually your thing. Like, I've seen you eat turkey more than prime rib. And
it's usually,
on the cost spectrum,
it's usually really fatty.
Yeah, there's that you cut around it. So, but my question is this.
Cheryl, and anyone else who came late, you gotta watch the beginning.
Watch from the beginning, and I hope it's worth sense. I have
or
one.
not. I don't know.
I have one too. I undressed.
He did. It was shocking.
But how?
No, I'm just.
What do you look for as your high value item? Since
wait,
expensive beef and the seafood and the shellfish are out.
We need to pause.
Okay.
Because where are a lot of the buffets we go to these days? Casinos,
yeah.
Are we paying for those?
But that doesn't matter.
Well, no, if you're getting your money's worth, if it's free.
Well, some of us still have to pay. We don't run up that. Well,
yeah, none of us.
When
it's harder for me. For a buffet?
I don't always get one.
Yeah, you usually get one.
Yeah, but they're not like. They've never said to me like your friends should ask you for it. Like, you're a giver.
Some of us, yes, I am a giver.
Intern Ben, like.
Yeah, then he got salad.
And then he got salad.
Then
he tried it was a free buffet defense.
I mean, there are limits.
Right.
But no, like the meats are usually the way to go. If I am paying for it, when we went to Bacchanal, like that was a little different because you did want to get more of the fancy meats. And if I had to, like I usually don't like the prime rib as is. Like it's a little rare for me. So I want to get it cooked a little bit. It's just more of a hassle than anything. If it were prepared the way that I like it, medium well, more than I
I
probably
like
would take
mine
it
bloody,
more.
so it's fine.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there, the most common buffets you see, I feel like, are in 3 categories.
Okay.
There's the casino buffet. There's the pizza buffet. There's the Chinese buffet. And then I suppose
there's like
there's the
old
fourth
country buffet.
I say there's
Golden
a fourth.
Corral, yeah.
There's the 4th category. I'd prefer not to speak of those.
Really? I think that they have their place though.
What? Like inducing vomit?
No, I mean it's a good place for people who maybe have multiple
people
kids.
who like have no money and no standards.
I went to Golden Corral when my mom was visiting recently. There were kids everywhere. It was awful. It was awful.
Oh my goodness! Did you shove any of them?
No.
That's an improvement. I'm proud of you.
I know.
I'm proud of you. I would give you.
I had enough ice cream.
I would give you a cookie, but I think the chat room knows why.
And I don't think there are any left. So.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm lucky I said the word.
All right. So wait, did we answer? Well, you were going to say more, but was you just classifying?
Yeah, I was just curious.
Okay.
Like, do you have a favorite of those? I mean,
I like the variety because I do like I was going to say I like a good, Asian buffet. I like a bad one too once in a while.
Yeah, and we've done that. You know what I say? There is another buffet I forgot to mention, and that I think is actually the king of the buffet, the brunch buffet.
Yes, always brunch buffet.
Brunch is like the great equalizer, but also the best of them.
Yeah, I mean, you get bacon, you get eggs, you get hash browns, but you can also get like more meat.
I was just looking at the menu of a restaurant, and I can't remember where it was, but on their breakfast menu, they had a pint of bacon, where they would just bring to your table a pint glass full of crispy bacon.
Yeah,
just standing up on end. Do you approve of that?
I don't think that would be my preferred method of consuming bacon, but I would enjoy, having it in my vicinity.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say no, unless it came with dipping sauces.
What do you want to dip bacon in?
Chocolate.
Okay,
maple syrup.
At that point, would maple syrup be a dipping sauce, though?
I mean, yes, because you're not going to pour it on. I mean, you could.
Like, I mean, I do.
I
pour syrup on bacon. I pour it on my scrambled eggs.
Oh, me too.
It's good.
Absolutely. Sausage. No, but if you had a pint glass, right, and in it standing up was bacon, so you're grabbing the piece of bacon by the end, and if you had a cup with maple syrup, and you could just like grab a bacon out of a cup, right, dip it into another cup, take a bite. The only question I think you would have is, do you double dip?
If you're the only one doing it.
Well, I mean,
is it community?
Do you order a pint of bacon for yourself?
Well, I guess we don't know that yet, do we?
Do we? No.
I would. I mean,
I love the pause you had when I feel like I knew exactly what I was doing, that I was going to trap you with that question, and you were like, "Oh, you got me."
Okay, so like, I am okay sharing things with people. I am okay buying things and sharing them. But like, if I order something at a restaurant, that's mine. That's mine. That's not a setting where we're sharing and then splitting the bill. No, that's mine. And maybe if I don't feel like eating it, I'll pass it around. But
do you order like a normally shareable appetizer for yourself? Be like I know. Don't? You're like, I know there's 4 people.
You don't.
You're like, I know there's 4 people at this table, and there's 10 mozzarella sticks in front of me. Just sit and watch.
Okay. Have you never put? Have you? Yeah.
Cheryl's with you, and you're not sharing.
Right. No. So you've never bought an appetizer sampler and eaten that. That is meant to be for several people.
Does a poo-poo platter count as an appetizer sampler?
Sure.
And how ashamed would you be if you ate an entire poo-poo platter?
I have no shame.
Me neither. No. I would love to eat an entire poo-poo platter. If I see a poo-poo platter, I'm in.
I mean, come on. Like, life is short. Live it up. Have fun. Don't worry about, and be health conscious to a degree, but enjoy yourself. Enjoy your food. Don't worry about,
So another question from the chat.
Yes.
What's your favorite dessert?
Okay. So something that my mom used to make that I've never tried. I think I'm scared I would really mess it up. I think it's easy. It's like a Boston cream pie dessert. It's layers of graham crackers and then vanilla pudding pudding and Cool Whip, and then more graham crackers, then another layer of the pudding and Cool Whip, and then graham crackers, then like melted chocolate chips that harden.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
My favorite one to cook is my death by coconut cake.
Ooh.
And I have nearly killed people with it, but it's amazing. So the way that you do is you just get like the 19x3 cake pan, the big rectangle, bake a yellow cake in it, just like the recipe says. Then I take like a fork and I stab a million holes in it, right?
Okay.
Set that sucker aside. In a bowl, you get an entire container of coconut cream, not like the Thai coconut milk. This is the super sugary stuff that you use to make pina coladas. It's in the mixed drink section, not the international section. So you take that and a can of sweetened condensed milk, and you mix that together. And if you're me, you add rum.
Oh, I would be you.
And if you're going to a place where people will be there for a while, add quite a bit of rum. It can take a lot. Then you pour all of that over the cake, and you let it sit overnight, and let the cake just like absorb the coconut and sweet condensed milk and the rum.
Yep.
And then this sounds stupid, but you frost it with Cool Whip. And normally I'm not a Cool Whip fan, but it's so sweet, and Cool Whip is like a little bit not, that if you use like any other frosting, it would be too much. I mean, it is too much, but the Cool Whip is just nice. And then coconut flakes, like the white sugary coconut flakes, sprinkled over.
I feel like I've had that at some point.
Yeah, I had that.
Maybe you made that.
I made that at a party, and people were like, "Oh my god, this cake is so good!" And then like, "Oh my god, I'm getting drunk off of your cake," and I'm like, "I win! I win! It's get you drunk cake." That's my favorite one to make. Favorite one to eat. I'm going on a cruise again. I've gone on a lot. I'll be leaving Saturday morning. Favorite cruise dessert. And there's now a restaurant in the Twin Cities again that has it. There's actually two that I know of. Baked Alaska.
Oh, I don't think I've ever had that.
Brian, we're going to change that. We're going to change that for you. Do you understand Baked Alaska?
Yeah, it's what? It's ice cream, right?
So it's like a sponge cake. And on top of that, ice cream. Sometimes I'll put the cake around the whole thing. And then meringue over the top. Like the lemon meringue pie, like that meringue.
I don't like meringue that
and
much.
Then you set the whole thing on fire, and it toasts the outside of the meringue, and so it ends up almost like a toasted whipped cream. Because you don't need a ton of meringue; you need just enough to coat it. If they get fancy, they'll use like flaming booze to light it on fire. Yeah. If not, they'll just take a blowtorch.
I'm okay with just burning the meringue up and letting it go. I'm not a fan of that.
Oh, it's good when it's warm, it's cold. What about fried ice cream?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Good second bite, please.
Do you like sour candy?
Do I like sour candy?
This isn't a trick.
No, not really.
Okay.
Which actually brings me to the thing. I was just looking at all of the flavors of candy canes that are out.
Yeah.
Should we talk about those?
Let's hold off because
there's Warheads candy canes.
Oh, there have been.
But why would you want a candy cane that's associated with war?
Well, why would you want a candy in general it tastes like war in your mouth, I guess is where they're going. But I actually got something today and I was going to bring it tonight and I left it at work.
Way to go, Brian.
I know. It was nuclear waste.
What is that?
It's like Warheads, but stronger.
Ooh.
And it comes in its own little tin. The really funny thing is you can take the top, lets it twist off, but it also has a little slot. It can be like a piggy bank. So you could like take it to the casino and put your money in there like a winner's bank, but better because you could open it.
But in a casino, they don't give out coins or...
Well, you can put your bills.
Oh, your bills.
Tickets.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. But it was odd. So I don't know if I'll bring it next week. It was Halloween clearance.
There's a question about what cruise line do I recommend.
That's in a garbage bin.
That is an entire podcast unto itself. It depends who you are, what you're looking for. There is one for you. Just depends on what you want your vacation to be.
Going back,
email me and I will help you find the right one.
Going back probably a year or so, we did a segment on one of our podcasts about how to eat on a buffet cruise.
Yeah, because it's essentially like 24/7 buffet. Like the
Mhm.
buffet is always open with something, and it's important to know which meal they're in because there's like it switches to like the one I'm going on. They have a little window where it's afternoon tea, and like afternoon tea has empanadas,
Yeah.
but only for like those like 2 hours a day. Can you get them?
We even said it would be fun to do a food scientist cruise.
Yeah, I would do that.
You know, so
I would do
maybe
a
we should
food-
work that out.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
It would be fun.
Mhm.
Any other questions for me, Brian?
You know, I don't think so. I think that
I have something to tell you about a future episode.
I'll
Any
spoil
teaser
a
at
future.
all?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I bought something.
Yeah.
3 things, as it were, so we could play FMK. Look right at the camera so they can see you.
Okay.
I have 3
I'm worried.
different kinds of matcha Kit Kats.
Okay.
I have light matcha, dark matcha, and like high energy matcha. That's how into matcha the Japanese are.
Yeah.
That you can get 3. Not only do they have matcha Kit Kats, there's 3 varieties.
Matcha is one of those things.
And I know you don't like it.
Well, I can. It can be good, but when it tastes like grass, no.
Well, maybe the light matcha will be for
maybe
you.
it might be.
But like it's like called energy or power matcha.
It's like
matcha
green tea.
Matcha is green tea.
Mm-hmm.
The energy one actually has the green tea leaves ground up and actually in the chocolate of the Kit Kat, so that you get the health benefits of matcha, but you just get to eat the Kit Kat, so it's the healthy Kit Kat. So I have the light, the dark, and the healthy.
Wow. Do you know what? Okay, I was just
What?
at the grocery store and I saw an interesting thing. It was an energy drink. And you know how sometimes they have celebrity endorsements?
I know the one you're talking about. Tell
There
them.
is a Bob Ross
Positive
energy
energy
drink. I saw that, I was like, why is there a Bob Ross, you know, the happy little tree guy? I was like, he is not conveying energy to me. But then I saw positive energy. I was like, so it has alcohol.
I have also shared that with you and Amy. Amy was enthusiastic about having it on the podcast, but I feel like whenever we have beverages that aren't alcohol, it doesn't really add.
Yeah. Beverages are just hard to do on the show anyway, so we try and usually reserve them for special live streams or events. But our episode
101, right? Yeah. When there's you leave us with no supervision.
Oh, no. This podcast is making us alcoholics 2 weeks in a row.
Happens.
Yeah.
Any other
what
questions?
You gonna do? I think I'm good.
Chat room. Any other questions?
Now's your chance.
For those listening online, join our YouTube live streams because we do have a live chat. We have an amazing audience that watches along with us and interacts. And so, if you have a question, you can always email us or call us. We have the phone number.
Hey, Love Travel Slots.
But if you really want to do it live, join the chat.
Yeah. Also, we haven't said this for a while. Social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We have a Facebook group. So if you want to join the Facebook group, that's another place you can always ask questions.
Talk to other fans. Yeah.
People share things that we've already talked about on the show, and it's like, thanks for listening. But well, we still like it.
One tear falls, but we still feel loved that you thought of us.
Hey, Renee. So yeah, I think that's probably. How does Amy close? We don't know. No, we're just doing this forever now until she shows
we're
up.
Stuck.
Oh no!
Until someone comes and rescues us. Thanks for listening, everyone,
and watching and being here.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, have a great week, everyone.
And then we pause, right?
I think usually she does this part.
Cheryl says she usually cuts one of us off.
Yeah. What you don't see is she has a little knife. She like digs at us too.
Oh gosh, yeah. Okay, so then
still have scars.
I stopped the recording here.
Yeah, then you gotta go back to YouTube and stop it. Then to end stream.
Yep. So thank you so much, everybody. This was super fun. I'm just gonna get a rug doctor and get all the cookies out of my carpet.
Renee, you in danger. Okay, girl.
I don't know what that means, but
it's okay. She does.
Okay, I will have fun on my cruise. We'll be back in a week.
Yes. Bye. And yes.